If you've ever been targeted by a Facebook ad that says, I made 50k last month and I'll teach you how, well, this one's for you because I'm calling out the BS. Most of it is smoke and mirrors and it's costing real people their money, time and confidence. So let's talk about what's actually going on behind those numbers. Back in Business is the unfiltered podcast for service providers, founders, and women in business who are done pretending it's all smooth sailing. This is the real, slightly chaotic, often hilarious side of business, the part you don't see but absolutely need to hear. Join me, Kim Zojba, Executive Virtual Assistant, Business Manager and multiple business owner, as I share honest conversations from my own journey and fellow businesswomen. We go behind the brands to talk about the moments that shape our businesses, big wins, fuck-ups, mindset shifts, strategy and everything in between. This is Business, Unfiltered, and you're definitely not doing it alone. Welcome back. And if you're new here, I'm Kim and a very passionate BS call-outer. This podcast is all about what business really looks like behind the scenes without the filters, the fluff, or the curated, highlighted reels. Today, we're diving into something I've been itching to talk about for a while. The 50k month illusion. You know the one, I made 50k last month, I hit 100k this quarter, I made $1 million last year and I'm going to teach you how. Here's the thing, no they didn't. Or if they did, it wasn't how you think they did. And they're definitely not telling you the whole story. So, let me paint the picture. You're scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, you're already feeling a little behind, maybe in business is slow this month, maybe you're stuck in a quiet patch, and then bam, you see that reel that we've all seen and that ad that says, I made 50k last month in my business and I'm helping other women do the same. You click, you're curious, you think, well, maybe they have something I don't. But what they don't tell you is, they didn't make 50k from doing the thing. They made 50k from teaching you the thing, and probably from selling you the course that's about to cost 10k. It's usually course sales, not client work, not recurring income, and definitely not all profit. I work with high-level coaches. I've seen the back end of those $1 million businesses, and let me tell you, they're spending tens of thousands a month on Facebook and Instagram ads. They have full teams managing launches, customer support, content creation, PR, and tech. They collaborate, network, record 25 reels a week, and show up everywhere online. You don't make 50k in your sleep while sipping a flat white unless someone on your team is awake doing the actual work. So here's the problem. This kind of marketing gives false hope to the people who are just getting started. It makes service providers and aspiring business owners like us, like you, feel like they're failing because you're not making 10k plus months while working 2 hours a day from your kitchen. But let me be really clear on something. It's not your fault. You're not behind. You're just not being sold the full picture. And I know that because I see it in my inbox every week. Working behind the scenes with coaches who actually do teach sustainable business, I read the DMs and emails coming in from their leads, people who truly believe they're going to hit 6-figure months in a few weeks with no experience, no offer, and no work. And do you know why? Because someone online told them they could. They watched a reel from a coach sipping a green juice in Ibiza, promising that anyone can do this. And now they're gutted when reality doesn't match up to what they've been sold. It's not just unrealistic, it's freaking damaging because it makes people feel like they're doing something wrong when actually they've just been sold a dream without the context. So let's talk about what does work. Let's talk about sustainable growth. Here's what I want you to know. You do not need to be making 10k months to be successful. You can be making 2k, 3k or 5k consistently and thriving with healthy systems, happy clients, and a business that doesn't eat you alive. The people making easy money, 50k months, have spent years building to that point. They've failed, rebuilt, failed again. You're not meant to be where they are yet, and that's okay. But why they're selling you this dream to be where they are at 50k a month within weeks is beyond my mind. Unless you're incredibly lucky or go viral, you're going to have to build, learn the skills, serve the clients, build the brand, create the systems. There's no hack for that. There's no magic sauce. There's no making 50k in your sleep when you started a business yesterday. You don't need to invest thousands to learn basic business sense. There are amazing resources out there, affordable ones, ethical ones, and most importantly, there are people who will tell you the truth, like me. So if you've ever felt that sinking feeling like, why am I not making that kind of money yet? I want you to know it's not you. It's just the narrative. And from one service provider to another, please don't fall for the 6-figure a month promise. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Trust your gut, build slow, but build strong. The reality is, if you're putting in the work, building your skills, and showing up with integrity, you're already doing better than most. So, final thoughts before I wrap up. The industry needs more honesty, more transparency, and I think it's a huge injustice for these. I mean, there's a lot of bro marketing, men, but from women selling and I'm not going to say lying because they probably make 50k months, but lying to you about how they got there and how you can get there is a huge disservice to the strong female business community that we're trying to build. And the more people like you, people who aren't chasing numbers but building real businesses with real purpose, will hopefully be able to change this. So help me change it, and please don't fall for this nonsense, because every time I see it every day, it really gets the hair on my back to stand up. So if this episode made you breathe a little deeper or gave you the reassurance you didn't know you needed, I'd love it if you could hit follow, share, or leave a quick review. And if you've ever fallen for a 50k month ad, or you have a story that you want to share about a course that didn't live up to expectations, I'd love to hear your story. So DM me, email me, tag me, and I would love to give you the space to share that. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week.